Hi there, Nicole Pro Sparkle Junkie, and I am here tonight. And we're in an event, Take 5. So let me see here. We'll see what we can do about getting us over into there. So how is everybody? How is everybody? Share. Group. And where is Take 5? What is going on out there, friends? I'm still nasally. Still got a lot of congestion, but feeling much, much better. So I am happy that I'm not dealing with as much crud in my head as I once was. So I know there's a lot of people out there who have been sick with the cold lately. So, oh, hello. Is it Dolinda? I think I got that right. I'm not sure. So glad to see you here. So, Take 5. Okay. We're talking about some organizational tips tonight, and I have a craft I want to do too. But oh good. I'm so glad. All my years in banking and dealing with different people's names have sometimes helped me out. So anyway, the first thing I want to show you guys, I wanted to show you a little organizational tip here and show you something fun you can do. I don't know if you all have been to your local Dollar General lately, but I happened to find these at Dollar General, and they've got big ones and small ones. So I got a total of 3 because you gotta have things in threes, right? Hygiene. And so I thought these were beautiful, and I've got some blue going on in here, and these would be pretty. Hi, Melanie. You just got back from Dollar General. Okay. Well, I found these. I think they're something new for like spring. They are, it says glass canister, woodland cottage kitchen. So they're to decorate in the kitchen. However, I think I'm going to use them for something. We're gonna do some little organizational here with them. Okay. So they've got a wooden top to them, and it just kind of fits down in there. I wouldn't probably use them as an actual canister, but for decoration, they're awful pretty. So here's what my thought was. I've got a lot of like jute and string and cord that I would like to have a little more organized. So that's what I'm going to do with it. Let me move that down a little bit. That's what I'm going to show you, what my thought is on how to do this. Okay. So I definitely wanted something that I could drill a hole in the top. Now I have more than one idea on this, so just go with me here. Thank you for sharing me out. I sure appreciate that. I got these little glass knobs not too long ago, and I really like them. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be cute to put them on top of there just to give you a little bit of something more to, open it with. And then that would be, pretty. So I'm going to get 3 of these out, and we're going to do that. We're going to put a little glass knob on top just to pretty it up a little bit more even. So let me grab got my drill bits here. Do this without breaking a nail. Ta-da! just use a pair of scissors there. Now let's see. This is, I wish there was information as to what size. One by one. But what I'm going to have to do is just guess what size this is going to have to be. We're going to try this one first. If it's not right, we'll just make it a little bigger. That's the way we're going to do it. Okay, so I want to do my best to try to make sure it's in the middle. I'm going to measure. So let's get out. So it's about a 4-inch. So if I do 2 inches, where's the pencil? If I do 2 inches here, come on. And then let's check it this way as well. I got that pretty well spot on. Okay, so let's drill our hole right there in the middle. Okay, crossing our fingers. Let's see, it's going the right way. Okay, so we've got the hole in there now in the middle. And just take the little screw that comes with the knob. This is going to go this way. Now see, it's not quite big enough. So we're going to go up to the next size of drill bit. So let me just do that real quick. Put this on here, make it easy on myself. Okay. Excuse me, I'm still coughing too, so. Look how perfect that went in there. And it's really easy. Just screw this on top then. Perfect. Okay. And I really like that look. Now, the next thing I need to do is I want to put this like in here. Okay, so this is how I'm going to organize all my jute and string and everything. I want to drill another hole so I can bring it out the top there. And then when I need some, all I got to do is just pull it out of the top, right? Hey, Christy, funky junk. Hey, girl. So I don't really care where this hole is so much, but I'm going to try to get it right about there. Okay. Actually, this one might need to be a little bigger. I should have thought of that. But we're going to get the next bigger. You like that idea, Donna? I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. I'm a sucker for blue glass. Okay, so that's kind of what got me when I saw this. Actually, I saw a green one first. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And then I found the blue and I was like, that's even better. Sorry, that's a horrible noise. It's a horrible noise. You like the glass top lid? Okay, so then we can put this right in here. I may need to even make it bigger. I don't know. There we go. All right. So now I can just kind of have this poking out the top there a little bit. And that's, I know what I've got. And when I need it, pull out just as much as what I need. I like this. And they'll look really cute sitting up here on top of my, right there on top of my thing. Okay. So let's go back. If anything, you're going to see how to put a drill bit in a drill tonight. Okay. So right there again. And just checking it on this side. Looks pretty darn good. Let's put another hole there in the top. I'm making a mess everywhere. That's for sure. Yeah, I wanted something pretty too. You know, I didn't need something really, didn't want something that was just utilitarian. Is that the word? I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. I wanted it to be pretty. Okay. So, we've got to figure out if this is going to fit in here. We'll see. We'll see. Is everybody back into the groove after all the holidays and everything? Back in on schedule, and yeah, I'm gonna have to use that one for another one. So for this one, it's gonna be this big. This is like rope, okay? So for this one, we're gonna have to make a really big. I didn't mean to put that in there yet. We're gonna have to make a really big hole for that one. But I'm gonna keep this one handy because I'm gonna need it one more time. Let's try this one. This is a big one. But this is simple. And these, look, these did not cost a lot of money. This was $3. The small ones are $3. This big one, this taller one, was $5. So, I mean, $11 is what I have paid. Plus my knobs. But, I mean, I have those left over from another project, right? Oh, that's okay, Wendy. Your phone froze. Okay, so let's get a hole here. Ooh. That was crazy. I should have held this. Apparently, when it's a bigger drill bit, you gotta hold on to things. That was crazy. Okay, so here we go. We're putting this one in here. The other drill bit went flying over there. So, Lord. Okay, so there's that one. Yay. Put that one up there. And we'll do this last one here. You look like something you would do. Oh, man. We'll see if this one will work. Because I don't feel like going across the room. Jeannie, you were about to type that would be a Jeannie move. You guys, I don't know if everybody's going to be able to relate to this or not, but when I was younger, I loved to watch Frasier, right? And it's a show that was on TV, and Kelsey Grammer, right? And so there's a new Frasier on, and I watched it. Entertainment too. And I watched it the other night. We kind of binged it and got caught up on it. Anyway, the point is, it's just as funny to me. I love it. And his son said something about he was gonna it's okay, Dad, I'll make sure you don't Frasier it. In other words, I'll make sure you don't screw things up. And So that was what I was just thinking of. Make sure you don't Fraser it. I should have just said that. Well, I Frasered that all up. Anyway, that was funny, and I recommend that you watch the show. It's on Paramount Plus, I think. Yeah. Anyway, it's really good. It's just as funny as the original. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we agree, Donna. You're watching that too? Oh, good. It was nice to see some of the characters come back, you know, from the original show and everything. So, all right. And now this one is already on a spool, but still need it. Still need it a little more organized. I'm going to see if I can make this. I don't know why I keep doing that. I put it in there when I don't need to. You're at the melting pot. Aww. Yeah, I don't know if Chris would like the melting pot. I mean, can he get a steak there? Well, so Dylan, the one that just commented a minute ago, is my son, and it's his 21st birthday today. I can't believe it. My baby is 21. Okay, there we go. So isn't that cool? And I mean, look, $3 for these is really good deal, as beautiful as they are. And we've got, you know, I just fancied them up just a little bit with that glass knob. So yes, happy birthday, Dylan. All right, I'm putting these up here. We're going to move on to the next thing I wanted to show you guys, because that didn't take any time at all. Okay. Now I'll have to get that other one that flew over there. Okay. Hang on. Oh. Alrighty. So let me get all these wood shavings off of here. Everybody saying happy birthday. Okay. So I make t-shirts, I make tumblers, and this is one that I messed up on. And I found a way to, this has been sublimated on. And I found a way to fade the colors, okay? Now, I could, and I have sublimated over them again. You have to have just the right pattern. It has to be dark enough that it covers everything. It's kind of like a cover up on a tattoo, okay? You may still see a little bit of it, but if you have the right pattern and it's dark enough, you probably can get away with it. However, I've found that there are some other ways that you can, you know, still use this, still make it a beautiful tumbler, okay? So here's what I'm doing tonight. I've got, you want to get some printed with a pattern, or it doesn't have to be. If you just want it to be, you know, a solid color, you can do that too. But I like this pattern, and you get vinyl. This is permanent vinyl, and we're going to cover this with this, and then we're going to decorate it up. Yeah. Oh, he said thank you. That's cool. Thanks, guys. So I'm getting out my little paper cutter here, and I need to know, you know, what size I need to make this. It can be difficult to get it on there straight and everything, but we're going to do our best. I was gonna get, oh, I got something over there I can use. Okay, so it's about 9.25, but I'm gonna cut it at 9.5. So I've got a little bit of overlap. Okay. So 9.5 is going to be the first cut. The second cut is going to be this side, right? Now, if I make that, it's going to have to be 7 7/8. Ooh, 7 7/8. We're getting fancy now. So let me get that right where it needs to be. Okay. And that's going to be our second cut. We're checking it twice, making sure. Okay. 7 7/8. So this ought to be the size of our tumbler now. And where is my picker tool? Maybe I can get it with these tweezers. Not sure what happened to my picker tool. So you got to take the backing off of this. But here's the trick. We're only going to take the backing off of the first little bit here. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to bend down just the first little bit. Like this. Okay. So I bent down that first, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch maybe. Then you got to lay it out here and get it situated where you want it. I'm just going to go ahead and press it. And then let's check it to make sure if it's a little crooked. And that's where you got to make sure that you get it right. But if you get it just right, much better. If you get it just right, you're going to have your tumbler covered in this vinyl. So then from there, you just pull a little bit, smooth it down. Pull a little bit and smooth it down and just keep running this like this. Okay. I have a little tool. Where's that? Right at this. Oh, here we go. This little tool here you can actually use to do that with, besides, so you don't have to use your fingers. Sometimes I forget. So here we go. Just going back and forth, just like a typewriter, back and forth, right? And I can see that it's going a little crooked for whatever reason. But I think, let's see, where's the lid for it? The lid goes on the inside. So we should be able to cover that in rhinestones. Where do I get my tumblers? Different places. But you can get these tumblers, the sublimation tumblers, you can get them on Amazon. And then there's other sublimation businesses that I've gotten them from in the past. But I honestly can't remember because I kind of stock up and then I forget where I get them. But try Amazon. Okay, so here we go. Now we've got that covered. And I don't think there's, I don't want to brag, but I don't think there's any bubbles. Oh, there's one right there. You can kind of work it out, and that's what I'm doing. Just kind of working that bubble out. Now, a lot of people will put the vinyl on and then epoxy over it, and you can do that. I'm not set up to be able to do that because I don't have the right kind of epoxy, or resin or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, so the deal is, if you don't do that, you just really don't want to put it through a dishwasher, okay? You want to hand wash these. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Just a second. I need to get, let's see if I can use this. I have these shirts and things that I use for scrap fabric. And what I want to do here is create a place I can lay this down on where it's not going to roll on me, right? So I'm just taking this there. I need a place where I can work and it won't roll this way or that way. So that should work pretty well for me. I went to my Michael's today and I got me some gym tack. I've not used this before, but this was what was recommended for doing this type of job, okay? It is Gym TAC by Beacon. It says it bonds rhinestones, crystals, sequins, and more, okay, to fabrics and accessories. And it dries crystal clear. I have not used it, so I'm just going off a recommendation. It is white. It is pretty thick. I got to take that inside seal out of there. There we go. Let's get rid of that. But it has a point on the end here. Now it's not a needle tip, but it's a pretty short, or a pretty thin tip on it. Let's get out our picker. So this is our gym picker. And these are the rhinestones that I'm going to use. So these are the rhinestones I have available on my website. Anytime you order from my website, there is free shipping. So you just keep that in mind. It is included in the price, okay? And I have bags that are probably plenty enough to do what I'm doing today. You're going to get a couple thousand of these little tiny things. These are 4 millimeter. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to go around the top. And then I also want to go at every intersection here. It's going to be blingy. Really blingy. Rhinestone. How do you get words? You know what? I try my best, but there's times when I get tongue-tied. I really do. Yeah, I get tongue-tied. So let's do this. Like I said, I'm just going to start squeezing this here. And I got to get an idea of how it's going to come out. It's hard to squeeze. I'm not crazy about that. So there's something for you. I wonder, I'm going to just put 4 dots here, and then I don't like that. But let me see. Just take and put my gem on here. And I feel like it's just too, it's giving me too much. Don't want that. I want this one. So here we go. That one is just way too much on there. So I'm just going to wipe that one off. And what did I do? I don't know what I did with my wipes. I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay. So here's what I'm going to try, because I do have these little bottles that have the needle nose tip on them. Sometimes the glue is way too thick to come through here, but we're going to try it. So I just take it and put some in here. I don't want to waste a lot of it, so let's just see first. So the way that they come is with this little thing here. You just put it on there, and then you screw that there. So let's see if I can get this to work. There's not a whole lot in here, but if it works, then I'll put more in. All right, let me take this off here for a second. Maybe not. Okay, I got an idea. Let me just put some in here. Haha. More than one way to skin a cat. So now let me see how this, let's just go down here. Oh, look. I think it's going to work. Yay. That's going to be a lot nicer to get a tiny little piece of glue. I think it will. There's just not enough glue in there. Okay. You can't get them to work for you. I'm just going to put more in here. And that should help me. Okay. I had some come out. So yeah, it'll come out of that needle nose. Oh, yay. Because I can be a lot more precise. Sometimes I'm just trying things with you guys. And this would be one of those times. So, now here's the key. You really can't let it set anytime. You've got to put that little closure back on the top or it's going to dry out. And then all we're doing is one by one putting these on here. Again, I would not run this through the dishwasher at all. What I will do, however, I like to test things. So, like before I would sell something like this, I mean, I'll make it for myself all the time, but before I would sell something like this, I like to test it. So I would probably put it through the dishwasher just to see what happens. Hey, Terry. Hey, friend. How are you? I would probably do that just because I want to know what's going to happen in the event that somebody does not follow instructions. Okay. And that way I can warn y'all. But, you know, I need to know that my products are quality. Okay, so if you can see that, but we got rhinestones there. It is hard to see. Sorry. And so this may be a little bit. I'm gonna love this when it's done. I really, really am. I'm doing better. Doing better every day from this stuffy coldness. Still have a little bit of a cough and runny nose, but it's getting better. We are getting some snow tonight, I guess. By the time I wake up in the morning, which I have to work tomorrow morning for 3 hours. So I got to get out of my warm bed. Go into town. Listen, snow I can handle. I drive a Jeep. It's okay. I have big tires. Okay, Donna. We'll miss you. I can handle that, but ice I do not like. And I think we're supposed to have both. I went a little crazy with the glue there, so I was just using that point to kind of clean it up a little bit. So, yeah. I'm just praying that it doesn't get too horrible because I don't like the ice. You have a wreck one time on ice and you realize how much you don't like it. You're getting ice now? Great. And it's coming my way. Yeah, you can see that a little bit. The more I get on here, the better you're going to be able to see it. And then I think what I'll do is at the end, I'll go around the top and I'll go around the bottom. Because see what I'm trying to hide what I did here? Hang on. See up here where there's a gap? That'll hide that really well. You got 5 inches of snow in Arizona. Wow. That is crazy. But yeah, all that stuff is coming our way. We haven't had snow like that in a good time. My husband shared a picture that he had posted on Facebook. I think it was from maybe 2017. You're in the mountains. I figured you were maybe in the mountains. Yeah. Oh, is it gorgeous? I bet it is gorgeous. I don't mind. I don't mind looking out at it from a nice, cozy living room with a blanket on me and big picture window to see how gorgeous it is. But I am not one to really like to go out in it. And I certainly don't want to be shoveling it. But I'm not sure. You know, sometimes at work, the guys that do our snow removal, they can't be everywhere at once. And so sometimes it's necessary to go out there and shovel the sidewalk off. It covers the ugly of. You're right, it does, because everything dies off in the winter, and so it will cover. And I love it first thing in the morning when the sun's coming up, and you can um, look across your yard, and it's just sparkly snow. I love that. That's my favorite. Yeah. Okay, listen, y'all been out to the I wanted to say Piggly Wiggly, but we don't even have those around here. It's just a funny word, so I thought I'd say it. Have you been out to the grocery and got your essentials? We're pretty well. I don't know about milk. We're short on milk and bread too, but I've got stuff I can make bread if I have to. I don't think we're gonna get. It's not gonna be that bad, but I definitely have a lot of stuff because my husband likes to be prepared, and we have a whole closet full of food. I know you really can't see it. There, see where I'm putting them on there? And this is what could take me quite a while. So I had a feeling we probably weren't going to get through this, but we got our organizational done, right? Oh, I should do a live making bread. Well, listen, girl, I make it in a bread maker. I am not one of those girls that's like, ooh, pound that bread, pound that bread. You remember that in 2020? People got into making that bread. So, and that was like going viral all the time. So, if you want me to show you putting all the ingredients in the little bread maker, then I can do that. I bought that bread maker. You know how things change in your life as you go through life and adulthood and everything. I remember, and this is not a brag or anything like that, but you're going to get what I'm saying, I think. In my 20s, you're working sometimes a part-time job and sometimes a job that's not paying a whole lot because you're just starting your careers and all that good stuff, right? And you're raising kids, so you've got all these expenses and school and clothes, and God forbid if they're in sports and you've got to pay for that too, right? Hey Peggy, you used to make bread. So I remember, when it was tax refund time, one thing I always wanted to do for myself at that point in time was buy something that I've been wanting to have. And usually, I feel like 9 times out of 10, it was some piece of kitchen equipment. Is that silly? And so the bread maker that I have had for quite a while. And I bought it with a tax refund. But it's still working. I still use it if I need to, by golly. Now, if the power goes out, I'm probably screwed. But my husband's really good at building fires, so we could probably, get a fire going out in the yard. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But he's got he knows how to do all that stuff that it's what do you call it? Like Little House on the Prairie style. He could do that if he had to. You gave your bread maker away, girl. I'm just trying to show you. Oh, there we go. That's a good picture. What I'm doing there. This is going to be gorgeous, you guys. He's a mountain man. Yeah. I think he would love to just simply live on the top of a mountain somewhere with no neighbors. Speaking of that, have you guys seen that movie that's about the Robertsons called The Blind Side? The Blind. That's what it's called. The Blind. I watched that. It's a good one. You should watch it. I don't know what Mimi, because they're kind of they're more, I don't know if they're not really mountain men, but they're remind me of that. Anyway, The Blind. It's a good movie. I think I had to pay for it. But I watched it and I loved it. Good movie, good movie. Good stuff. So anyway, there's that. What else can we talk about? Pioneer. That's the word I was trying to come up with. He knows all the Pioneer Man stuff. But yeah, we've got groceries. What did I watch it on? Potentially Hulu. I can't remember. We have 3 or 4 that we can choose from. And I can't remember. I feel like it could have maybe been on Hulu. Either that or Prime. I really need to find a way that I can watch NBC Live without paying an arm and a dang leg for live TV. Yeah. There's I want to see Wonka. I want to see that one. I don't think it's come out on where you can pay for it. I think it's still just in the theaters, but and then I want to see the new Aquaman. Because I mean, only because, you know, I love those Marvel movies, right? Has nothing to do with Jason Momoa. Ugh. Who wants to look at that? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Oh my goodness, you guys. Has anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? I sure don't. With this snow that we're getting, we may get out in our Jeeps and play. Kind of hoping. I really wanted. We had a Jeep ride all set up we wanted to do on New Year's Day, and I was too sick. But it was going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And I woke up that day and I was like, listen, it ain't happening. Just didn't happen. Too much congestion. But I'd do it now. So come on, snow. Plus, I'm really would like for there to be some colder weather this year because I'm going to explain this. I don't know if this is called mansplaining or what, but listen. So my husband and I have, look, I'm part owner, but it really is all him. I'm just being honest about it. Okay. An excavating business. Well, part of that excavating business is, these ground heaters that we own. And, yeah, I am feeling better. And so it doesn't get all that cold here in central Indiana. But if it gets cold enough, we can make some money with our ground heaters. What it does is it's like a great big boiler system. And then there's a big long hose that comes off of it, right? And you take the like if this is the piece of ground you're needing to thaw out, you take the hose and you go weave it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and then the little boiler thing pumps the water through there, hot water through there, and falls out the ground. Well, this can be handy if you're trying to break ground on a house and it's just too cold. If you're trying to pour a concrete slab and it's too cold, you need to, keep moving on the houses so that you don't get behind. So companies that are building the houses will hire us to come in, set this up, and thaw out the ground so they can keep, building the house. Last year, it never got cold enough for us to even get them out. So we can make some decent money on those things if it gets cold enough for like 2 or 3 months out of the year. So I'm crossing my fingers that it gets really cold this winter. Yeah. Now you're going to see a lot more stuff like that in like up north, because it gets a lot colder, like in Wisconsin and places like that. But that one year, the first year we got our first one, we had it out there. It was cold enough. Last year, no. They just sat. Didn't make us any money. So we always pray for cold weather. Okay, this is Gem Tack. It's the first time I've used it, but I did do a little research and they said that was the best kind to use for this purpose. So, because I thought I'm just going to use my E6000, but no. They said, nope, don't use E6000. That would be a mistake. So, all right. I won't. I will not. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And just trying to, talk and do this at the same time. I'm going to try. I wonder if this will, it says it'll do it to fabrics too. So the next thing I want to do is put some of these rhinestones with this glue on a shirt. So I'll probably try to do that soon, and then run it through a wash and see how that works. I know that I can use the ones that already have like the glue on the back, but listen, I sell these rhinestones here, so I'm going to try to show every way possible that y'all can use them, right? Maybe you have some already at home and you were like, I don't know what to do with those things. Well, I'm going to try to show you. Oh my God, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. No, it says 24 hours. Allow it to dry for 24 hours. But I mean, they're pretty well in place, the first ones that I did. They're not moving. I'm being gentle with them, but they're not moving. So, there you go. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to put some around the top now, just to kind of give you the idea before we finish up here, just to kind of show you what it's going to look like. So let's get a good layer of glue there. In that area. Now, another thing you can do, they make these things that you can put down in there that will help you hold them. I'm going to put my hand in here. Because why not? My hand fits. You could go cross-eyed doing this. I'll tell you, there's those people who do the whole cup in these. And I may do it someday, but it ain't going to be today. Because my eyes, I wouldn't be able to do it very long. But when they're spread out a little bit more, it makes it a little easier. So there we go. I'm just putting them right along the top. Right along the top. I'm getting some new colors. I think I'm getting some new rhinestone colors too. This one I got first because it was so universal. I think it goes with a lot of different things. It's an iridescent. So there's, I'm looking blue, pink, yellow. There's all different colors. It goes with everything. But my plan is I'm getting some more, Easter colors to use too. So if you're waiting on a different color or something, let me keep an eye out. Okay, I've got something stuck on there. Yeah, I would be. Look, there's this one lady who she did a whole car. No. Just no. I can't even imagine. I mean, if somebody gonna pay me, maybe. If somebody gonna pay me to put rhinestones all over their car, I might do it. With some help, because there's no way I could do that all on my own. It would be pretty cool to see. I went to a craft expo one time, and that lady was there. And let me just tell you, I was pretty mesmerized by the things that she had there that she had covered in rhinestones. It was pretty cool. And then I was watching, well, that one got upside down. I was watching her videos. And yep, she did a whole stinking car. I can't even imagine. I'd drive that car. I'd drive the heck out of that car. Which is kind of funny because my Jeep really has nothing to do with sparkles. You would think I would, but when it comes to cars, I really do like a beefy, like mean type car. That's what I don't want a sissy car. I guess that's what I'm thinking. Psst. Okay. All right, so now, see right up there, we've got all those little pretty. Oh yeah. I am definitely going to love this. Definitely going to love it. But I will, what I'll probably have to do when I get it completed is make a little video, because it'll show up a little better in a video, I think, with it spinning, and you'll be able to see. But that's something you can do. Whoop, come back. I got a couple of them off there. Just an idea of something you can do with these rhinestones. And you don't have to really spend a lot of money. Even if you have a mug or a cup at home that you don't really necessarily like anymore, try doing this. Just get yourself some permanent vinyl in any color or pattern that you like, and then, bling it up. Bling it up, you guys. Well, you're welcome, Mary. Thank you for allowing me to be part of Take 5. I really appreciate it every single week. So, yes, use those rhinestones you've been hoarding. Mary, I wanted to show you something. I hope you're still here. Look, you remember the thing I did last week with your print? I also remember I bought some of the big glass beads from you on your last auction. I used some of those at the top as a hanger. They go so perfectly. Isn't it pretty? I love it. So those beads that I bought from you worked out perfect too. Now every time I look at this, I think of you. So anyway, I think that turned out neat. And I had to share that I had used your beads too. So you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to keep playing with this because I'm loving it so far. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye.